Hey folks, how you doing? Samantha and I got to camp here. It was just too nice couple of days, 2 or 3 days in a row, so we had to come to take some money out of what I'm saving for my snowmobile and come because you gotta take opportunity these good days to get some work done. And so we're here, maybe a couple of days anyway. I am gonna go do that food plot. I've been trying to do that polygon going around it with the breadcrumb trail, and I've forgotten the last 2 times I was here. So I'm gonna do that ASAP. I just gotta get one more thing out of the truck and put it in the camp, and get on to doing that. And I'll give you some footage of how that plot's doing. Looks like some stuff is starting to grow out there. Alright, as you can tell, my bird feeder is just about empty again. There's a bunch of stuff on there. I've seen some turkeys out here. A turkey, I should say. But obviously a bunch of birds have been getting at it. So I'm going to have to fill that up. I brought the bag full of seed. I'll take care of that before I go to the food plot and observe that and then make that polygon. And I'll be doing that in a minute. Alright, here's the food plot. You can see up top it's growing pretty tall. This stuff was just planted, what, 2 weeks ago maybe? And it's starting to grow, so it ain't bad. There's been a turkey out here. Someone's eating some of the seed. Samantha's over there. We'll go check out what's growing out of the where I put the hay down, but I can see stuff coming through it already, so that's good. That's good. Did its job. Whew, I'm tired already. I'm gonna work on my polygon now to try and get a accurate measurement, or at least close measurement, of how big this plot is. I'm thinking it's smaller than I thought. I thought it might have been almost an acre, but I don't think it is. Might be 3/4. Somewhere between 1/2 and 3/4, I bet, but I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna do a walk around the perimeter and take a measurement if I can. All right, just got a bunch of stuff out. I got my chop off saw, I got a skill saw in here, drills in there, a couple of batteries, I got the battery on that. Level. I bring it all over there. Yowza, loud bird. Over there and start cleaning out all the stuff that's in the way that I'm organizing there, so I can make some shelving so I can organize the shed better. That way I can take some stuff out of the camp and put it into the shed. Put a bunch of bird seed out there, got the bird feeder all set. Chugging away, slowly but surely. Did get that polygon all taken care of at the food plot finally, so we'll have to do that later when I get home and work on that. All right, next step, moving to the shed. All right, I gotta get all this stuff out of here so I can make my shelving. I wanna go 2 layers up. 2 feet deep, hopefully. So I might organize all this before, but now I gotta get it all out of here so I can use these 2x4s and work on that. Slowly but surely. It is a pain in the rear end when you don't have anybody who can just help grab this stuff. I already got some stuff out. I'm gonna put those running boards on Marketplace. They come off my 2018 truck, my Ford F-150. Good quad cab there. Anybody wants to buy some running boards, I think I might sell them for $200 for best offer. Well, get back to this mess. Alright, got some of those ones out. The funny is the big ones are lightest, and then these ones are full of books, so they're super heavy. I got a little space now I can work with. I have to measure across and then see how long that's going to be, and then cut some to go across. And we'll start on to that. See how it goes. Alright, I got all the framing up so far right there. Not up, but cut for the first rack. 95.5 inches across, and then I got 21 inches for these other center pieces, and also for the ends. So it's I have to cut some more for the next one too, because by the looks of it, it'll be the same exact length. So I have 95 to be able to tie into that 4x4 post on each corner. Yep. We'll see what we got here. Now I got to cut these down to length for the tops. Fun. All right, I got the first level on, if you can see. I'm getting ready to put the second level on. I'm gonna put this on this to try and help me, because I want to be able to have these ones. These are 18 inches. I want to have these be able to sit on here, so I gotta have them at least high enough for it. So I'm gonna just set one on it, and then just pick it up just a hair and screw it down, and then I'll brace the legs and stuff. But this is the fun part. It's like almost 3:30, 4 o'clock. I've been working on this thing all day. It just takes me so long to do everything myself. But it's getting there. I'll try and show you what it looks like once I get this all together. We'll see how it goes. Alright, I got that frame up. It took a little while and some coaxing, and I built this brace edge here. I didn't have enough plywood go all the way across to the edge, plus I didn't want to cross to that window. So I'm leaving this spot open over here. And I gotta throw the plywood up on now and nail that down. And then this stupid project will finally be done. And I can try and organize this a little bit more. Alright, I'm getting some stuff on it so far. There's a bunch of stuff underneath. Stuff up top, and some of that stuff I gotta take back in the camp. It's getting there. Sammy's been right under my feet, trying to make sure I do everything right. We're getting it. A little bit more room in here anyway. Trying to get a bunch of this crap off and put it over here on top too. Work on that next. Alright, Sammy's laying down. Still cleaning up over there, but I had to fire up the grill. So I got that fired up and get that going. I got some Cabela's apple wood to put on. Got some chicken to cook tonight. I'm trying to just do 2 things at once here, trying to clean up the rest of that mess, get those saws in here. If it, I don't know if it's gonna rain or not. I'm not supposed to, but you never can trust the weather. Trying to get that cleaned up while this is heating up over here. All right, that's what I got for now. A lot more organized than it was. See, this is the bottom section where the heavier stuff is. The middle section I got a little bit lighter stuff, and then the lighter stuff up on the top. It's an all-day job. It's like after 6 o'clock. I started doing this at 10 o'clock in the morning. But I gotta go put all this stuff in the camp, and I can start using these 2x4s for my reloading bench in the camp. I got one more full one in there, so that'll help a couple of pieces. So we'll do that sometime. One step closer. I got the UTV right there and unloading some of the stuff. But I gotta get onto this chicken. It's just smoking away. Put some apple wood in there. I'll wait for that flame to come down before I can bring that pan up some. This sure looks good. Hey, Sammy girl. All right. Got some vegetables going in inside the camp too. Green beans with stewed tomatoes. Hey folks, good morning. Samantha here. She was sleeping with me all night, but just got up. Getting ready to get some more work done. Trying to get some stuff done in here this time around. Maybe do a little bit outside, we'll see. I want to work on that fire pit sometime, but I'm not sure if I'll get to that or not. I am pretty sore. My hands are all stiff and everything from doing all that work yesterday. But yeah, we'll get some more footage once we get to going here. But see what we can do. Hey folks, how you doing? Just been puttering around. We actually took a ride into town where there's a spring and got some 4 gallons of water there. And I went out back and I had a tarp that I had on the 4-wheeler. I had to lay it out. It was all full of water and stuff, so I laid it out flat and got a little bit of a windy day here. So we're hoping that dries it out. I'm contemplating what to do next. Had some stuff in my truck I had to get out. I did that. Kind of want to do more work in the house, in the camp, but there's so much moving stuff out of the way from one spot to another spot. It just takes up so much of my time that it'd be so much faster with somebody else to help. If I get somebody in here to help me one day, it'll be so much faster. You get so tired moving stuff, but by the time you get done moving at everything, you're kind of tired to do the work, and then you got to move everything back to another spot. So it's just a real pain. The black flies are out big time today too, so hard to do anything outside. I'll probably get back into doing something in the house in a little bit. It's just going to get a little breather here and get some sunshine. Well, the wind's blowing, it keeps the black flies away, so that's pretty good anyway. Well, I decided I'd rather do something outside instead of inside. It's too much moving stuff around just to get to one spot for now. Maybe on a cooler day or something, or harder day, I don't know. But I got my wagon right full of the wood that was right over here that I saved from clearing that out that I'm gonna use for firewood. It's just small stuff, but it's something. You know, every little thing's gonna count for the colder weather. And my brother brings his tractor. I'm gonna see if he can just take that brush pile and just push it back over here. Push it back over that little bank, so to speak, thing there. So I'll get that out of there. And then hopefully he can grab these 3 big rocks for me that are in the way. And we'll put those over by the fire pit that we're building. And I'll build a set of steps going up to that elevation. And then have the elevated ground blind in there with another set of steps to get into that. I want it so Samantha can get into it too. So, but that's probably next year, at least. So I haven't got any money for that this year, besides clearing the space for it and trying to get that ready anyway. So we're gonna go over here now and where the wood pile is, and then just toss these out right in front of the wood pile, and I'll cut them up later on when it's cooler outside and run the chainsaw one day. We'll get that done. All right, here's the load of wood. Just gonna toss it right over here. I'll run the saw maybe in the fall or something. Cut it up then. But anything will help. We got a couple more logs behind the camp that I gotta grab that are holding down a piece of plastic right now. I gotta fold that up now. It's all dry. A big tarp. And might just stuff that under the camp right there because I'll use that again in that same spot afterwards. But yeah, let me get to doing this. Just like that, trailer's empty. There they are right there. It's a start for something. I got plenty of wood, but I get a wood splitter. I'm trying to do it by axe or a maul sitting on the ground, but it's not that easy. I used to be able to do it a lot better, but I ain't as strong as I used to be. So next trick, I think I'm gonna go over to the rock, the fire pit that I'm building out of rock. Maybe try and monkey around with that. My nephew and I dumped a couple of loads of rocks that weren't in the circle yet, so I might work on that. So that's where I'm gonna head now. Well, there's the beginning of the fire pit and some rocks. Got a circle started, and like I said, we brought 2 piles, one pile there and one pile over there that still got to roll into there and figure out where we want to put them. But I forgot. I need to tackle this tarp here first. It's all dry now. It was all full of water on it and stuff. I got 2 logs sitting on that I can bring over to the other spot. This has been part of my plan, is because this has been laying here all balled up over here by the door ever since winter, ever since I took the 4-wheeler side-by-side out. So I needed to get this out of the way so I can back the UTV up to the door so I can load some of the stuff out of the camp and bring it into the shed now that it's cleaned up. So this is part of the plan. It's just going slow as usual. And I do have a pile of rocks here from when I raked up this little area that I can throw into the wagon and bring over somewhere. I don't know if I need tiny rocks over here, maybe. But I also need to save some rocks for that trail that I got going to the left edge of the food plot, so you don't drive in the food plot. I need to have some rocks for there, for the low spots. That's out over there somewhere. And I gotta work on this outhouse too. It's starting to tilt this way just ever so slightly. So the door is starting to catch when you open it, and then you can feel it when you get on it. It's slightly, so it's got to be lifted up on this end a little bit. I may get into painting that this year. I could put some paint on it. It's got stain on it, but stain's just not working out how I thought it would last. So I'm gonna put paint on it, and probably paint my deck this next time. You know, the front deck, because stain it doesn't even last a year. So it's just a waste of friggin' money. And I'll just have to put some kind of sand or something inside the paint to make it, better texture, so when you're walking on it, especially if it's wet or if it's freezing out. So, all right, I'm gonna tackle this next. All right, I got those rocks are in that pile and then some. Some of the stuff that was on the tarp. Tarp turned into a ball instead of a nice folded up job because of the wind blowing. It just wasn't helping. And Sammy climbing on top of it while I'm trying to do it too. So it's in a ball and it's going over there. These are the two pieces of wood I still got to bring over to the wood pile. And I got a few more rocks over there I got to pick up. Yeah, here's the wind. That's what I'm dealing with today. At least keeps the black flies down for a few minutes anyway. Here's a windy day. It's nice. It's in the 70s, so it's almost a perfect day. Almost a perfect day. It's getting some more work done. That's my brother's cable. He brought that down to help me pull some trees that were close to the house, the camp there, when we used to have a lot more trees around here. I had to coil that up sometime, bring it back to him. Let me get that tarp underneath the building and then go dump these. Actually, I'll go grab those rocks, then dump these, and then pick up these logs and get them out of here. That's my next trick so far. Alright, emptying that load of rocks, and then there was a scattered pile of rocks over here, and I'm putting them into this side of the fire pit, and I'll go over there afterwards, after I take care of these ones first, put them over here, and then I'll go over there and push those ones over to that side, and keep throwing all the broken sticks stuff I can find in here. A couple of rocks fell in that I gotta push back out. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. Have some fires out here someday. Certainly ain't gonna be today with the frickin' wind blowing like it is. I'll go tackle that stuff now. Still gotta get those logs. I haven't got to tackle those yet, but slowly but surely. All right, as you can see, it's coming along. I got all the rocks that are over here and all the rocks that are over there. And plus I dug a few. You can see a few spots that dug from right out of the ground. I've been pulling all the roots, dry roots and stuff that I can grab a hold of too, and throwing that in the fire pit. Let them dry up and they'll be good, something to burn some. The wings, so to speak, are pretty thick and good, but this back side I still need to put some more rocks. So I might go get another load out front, and try and drop some in here and around that area. It's coming along though. Really? Maybe one day if it ain't windy. It's still pretty windy out, as you can see. Won't be burning tonight, but sometime soon, hopefully. Maybe I'll go take those logs over first before I grab the rocks. Alright, there's a top view of it so far. Getting there. Still gotta, like I said, get another load put up on the back, and maybe over there, make it a little bit higher, and over there. But it's getting there. Got a bunch of rocks still left, but getting tired, so I might just take the rest of the day off. I already had to lay down once because my back and my hands are all swelled up, and carpal tunnels bother me with my wrist. Can't even move any of the rocks very good with my right hand. But Slowly but surely. Went all around it the whole time when I was pulling the rocks and stuff, and I was pulling the roots out, so roots won't burn from underneath across. So, be a good fire pit one day when I can use it. All right, I'm just gonna grab those 2 logs and bring them out back to the rest of the logs and probably call this a day. We'll see what else happens. We never know. All right, here's the logs. Just gonna lay them over here. Maybe park the side by side over there by the rock pile so I can load it tomorrow. Won't be today. I am dead. I need to take a break, get some water. I haven't drank any water in a few hours now. Doing all this work. All right. Got my partner in crime hanging with me. All right, let me get these thrown off and head back into the camp. All right, check on the ham steak. That's looking pretty damn good. Had apple wood chips on it. Just turned it over so I'll smoke up some more. My loyal companion Samantha right there waiting for me. Plot is starting to grow. It's a good sign. I got what do I got? Spanish rice and peas cooking on the inside on the propane grill. It's gotta have the meat cooked on a barbecue on a charcoal grill. Can't beat charcoal grilled meat, in my opinion. Especially when you get apple wood chips or any kind of a wood chip to it. Helps the flavor even more. Well, got a lot done on that fire pit, and I got wood moved around that I needed to, and got that tarp put away, so got quite a bit done today. I got some my running boards. I got put those in what is it? Marketplace. Come off my truck. I don't want them on there, so got them on Marketplace for $200, the best offer if anybody knows anybody. Been having birds at the feeder, mostly blue jays and doves. Nothing else really. Sometimes on my camera here I get a picture of a turkey out here in the morning sometimes too. Haven't seen any since I've been here, but there was a deer up on the top part of the plot last night, according to my camera. Well, let's see how much longer that's got. Checking on the plot. The sun is helping it grow quite a bit. Up top, holy miracle. I didn't even plant up top this year. It's just from last year. And then down here I planted that soil builder mix, which is starting to grow pretty good. See clover and stuff in there, because I did put clover over to the far side over there too. So it's starting to grow. It's only, May still, so we got plenty of time. Looking good. Oh, finally finished eating and cleaning up the plates and the pots and everything. Now Sammy and I are just going to take a little break, relax for a little bit. Had to go grab my tarp for my side-by-side. The wind had taken that and blew it out into the yard, so grabbed that and put a rock on it. This wind is still blowing pretty hard. But you can see there's lots of bugs out there, even in the wind. I can't imagine what it would be like without the wind. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Yeah, I don't think I could do anything more tonight. Probably just gonna relax, and I might try and start moving some more rock in the morning over to the fire pit. We'll see. See what happens. How lame I am tomorrow. We'll see. Been taking ibuprofen all day, so that usually helps a little bit, but I can still feel my arm already is kind of like vibrating because it's getting numb. This is getting all inflamed and stuff. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, I guess. Hey, good morning, everybody. We are up and at 'em. We gotta get to start doing the rock pile. Might just do a couple of loads and then go try and work on that trail that goes to the left-hand side of the food plot. I need to get that done because planting up the season will be here before you know it, so I want to get that ready. We got the wood out of the way, so when my brother comes, hopefully he can just push that brush pile out of the way, and we got to get at least one, maybe two big rocks out of the way up there, so I can make a stairway to that area where I want to put my elevated ground blind, hopefully next year, because it doesn't seem to be happening this year. Got my running boards out. I took pictures of those, put those on Marketplace. I'll put them back in before I go. Just trying to get things tied up today before I go. We're going to leave today sometime, just probably later on in the afternoon. I'll get some more footage of these rocks here. All right, here's my humongous rock pile. And that's just from collecting in the driveway and stuff over the past 5 years. And you can see Jameson, my nephew, and I put a little dent in it, starting that fire, the fire pit. Well, I can't even think today, but it's still quite a bit. I'm going to start from that end and then start pulling them this way. Probably just a couple of loads today. It'd be a couple of loads another day and a couple of loads another day. This is tiring, hard work. So we'll start on this. All right, here's load number 1. Can't load it too much. The tire's squatting pretty bad already, so don't want to kill my wagon. I'll put them up on that back side of this fire pit. And I'll get one more load, I think, just to get some out of there. And then I'll go start working on that trail that goes in there. That'll probably be the end of this day before I have to head home. All right, there's that load of rock pushed all around on the edge and brought it up to the top. The backside's pretty good. I decided instead of making another load out here, I want to go start working on that trail out there, because I may need a lot of this small rock to fill in the holes in the trail down there, and I don't want to use it all up on here. And there are still plenty of rocks, as you can see, for me to get. I've not even touched this backyard yet. My brother's gonna bring his tractor with a rake on it. We're gonna see what that does first before I start raking it by hand and pulling all the rocks. But I have plenty more rocks to put around here later on, but I just want to save these smallest rocks for that trail in case I need to do some filling. So I'm gonna go start working on that. All right, start down the trail. There's the food plot, the very beginning of it. Goes along that side. So I'm gonna make this trail trying to go across to here and then go that side of the food plot to get to the top. First thing I have to do is trim a bunch of these branches that are in the way so I can make this turn a lot better. Can't get inside that turn that good with all these things sticking out, so I'm just gonna use the loppers for that and try and get that done first. All right, I got a good half at least, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure really. I'm gonna film you after I get around this corner. This UTV has a strong arm steering, so it's gonna be a task getting around this corner. It's kind of tight in there, but I'm trying to make the trail, get it all to the back way of that plot. I'm, like I said, about halfway there. I dragged myself way down there, and I just felt I was just getting a little bit too far away from the UTV, so I dragged myself back to go get it. So I'm gonna head out there now and show you what I got. Okay, it was pretty tight, that tree and that stump, so I'm gonna take that tree out, that small tree, so I can cut that better. Those roots screwing me up right there. I couldn't turn. So I've come from back over there. Let me bring the fork over here. Been throwing everything in this big pile here, as you can see, along this, and it looked just like that, big cluster, you know what. Got the saw right there. I'm getting there though. It's ends in sight right up there, another 100 feet. Just gotta move this crap out of the way. Whew, I am tired. It's a lot of work. I'm going in today and pulling and hauling and cutting, and make sure you're not chopping your legs off. Fun. I'll get her. Oh my God. I started here at 9, about 9:30, and it's 1:30 in the afternoon now. Finally got to the end. I am dead. I haven't had any water, any food. Black flies, look at them. They're freaking crazy. So I want to drive up to the end, give you a visual of the other way back. Can't drive and hold at the same time because I don't have power steering. This is pretty rough terrain, hills and rocks and stumps and stuff. So I'll give you a video of it up there when I get up to the top. Let me show you what I got here anyway. All right, here's where I had to stop before, and I got all the way. You see where the chainsaw is? That's about where the opening is to the beginning of the plot up top. Well, the end of the plot up top, I should say. So, of course, right the last 30, 40 feet where the chainsaw was, there was the worst of it. It was all just pulverized into the ground, and friggin' nothing was. It's like they just ran the trees over. They didn't cut them down, so they were stuck to the stumps, and they were all splintered up. So it was a pain in the ass. But holy, I got it. I'll head over there and I'll show you the the view from this way. That way, I mean. All right, I come to the end of the thing, and it's from my licking branches right there, hanging off the tree. So I'm gonna put a mock scrape right there. Left of my mineral lick. And there's the food plot at the top. See all the way down there, and here's a new trail. I want to make another one that way. Eventually that goes to where I want to have my trapper's cabin way down there. They got it all destroyed, so I can't get in there anymore. But here comes my Sammy girl. She's been coming checking on me, and then she goes back into the camp. Comes, checks on me, and goes back into the camp. Hi, Sammy girl. What you doing, baby? What you doing? Hi, honey. Yeah, I'll be right there. Well, there's the trail. It was a job, that's for sure. Yeah, that was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, honestly. I didn't think it was quite that much of a mess. Especially when I got to the end. I thought the end was going to be just about a couple logs out of the way, but nope, it was a horrible mess. My hands are all destroyed. I tore my shirt, got a stick stabbed into my shirt, and all kinds of fun stuff. I had to go get something to drink, and we'll be getting ready to get home, so I need to lay down first for a few minutes, drink, and maybe get something to eat. I'm dead. Oh, that was a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's all done. Well, I forgot to do a little goodbye sort of thing. Sorry. Started trying to get ready at 2 o'clock to get ready to go, and packing up and covering the charcoal grill and stuff, and it just takes so much longer than I expected to. So it's 4 o'clock, after 4 by the time I got to leave, so Sam and I, we just stopped at Wendy's in Lincoln, grabbed something to eat, because we're going to be home around 6 or so I want to inconvenience anybody. And what else? Yeah, I guess that's it. Hopefully I got some stuff I gotta remember to bring charcoal next time. Almost out of that. And still got that oh, I can't even talk. Got that trail all situated. I'm so dead tired. Holy mackerel, my hands and my shoulders and my back and everything's killing me. We are getting ready to hit the highway right now. On the way back home. Thanks everybody for watching. Talk to you later.